Om Namo Narayanaya. We are continuing our read through the Kama Sutra. Very interesting read. We're in the chapter, The Life of a Citizen. Before I continue, I will apologize for any mispronunciations of Sanskrit words. There's a lot of words in this book that I've never seen in any of the other writings that I've read, so I just don't know how to get to them, and even words that I have seen after years and years, and I use all the time, I still kind of hesitate with. Sometimes I hear like an Indian will pronounce it differently, or someone who speaks Hindi maybe, versus an American, so my apologies. Here we go, The Life of a Citizen. Pithamarda is a man without wealth, alone in the world, whose only property consists of his malika, some lathering substance, and a red cloth, who comes from a good country, and who is skilled in all the arts, and by teaching these arts is received in the company of citizens, and in the abode of public women. Avita is a man who has enjoyed the pleasures of fortune, who is a compatriot of the citizens with whom he associates, who is possessed of the qualities of a householder, who has a wife with him, and who is honored in the assembly of citizens and in the abodes of public women, and lives on their means and on them. A Vidushaka, also called a Vaihasaka, one who provokes laughter, is a person only acquainted with some of the arts, who is a jester, and who is trusted by all. These persons are employed in matters of quarrels and reconciliations between citizens and public women. This remark applies also to female beggars, to women with their heads shaved, to adulterous women, and to public women skilled in all the various arts. Thus, a citizen living in his town or village, respected by all, should call on the persons of his own caste who may be worth knowing. He should converse in the company and gratify his friends by his society, and obliging others by his assistance in various matters. He should cause them to assist one another in the same way. There are some verses on this subject as follows. A citizen discoursing, not entirely in the Sanskrit language, nor wholly in the dialects of the country, on various topics in society, obtains great respect. The wise should not resort to a society disliked by the public, governed by no rules, and intent on the destruction of others. But a learned man living in a society which acts according to the wishes of the people, and which has pleasure for its only object, is highly respected in this world. So ends this chapter. When this chapter and others talk about public women, I don't think it means public women in the exact same way that we use public women today. When I hear that word, I think of a hooker. I don't think it's meant like that. I think it means more a non-servant or someone who's of a higher class. I could be wrong. Definition below. This particular part needs a lot of defining, I feel. Like it said, female beggars or women with their heads shaved. Well, what is a woman with their head shaved? Today, it could be a woman who doesn't like her hair, a woman who has cancer. It could be a new hairstyle. It could be anything. So, very different context. Brings very different meaning to this. And if we move this from the past to the present, it takes a little work. I'll let you comment on that below, but there was one line here at the end, and I'll finish with this, that really caught my eye. It says, "But a learned man living in a society which acts according to the wishes of the people, and which has pleasure for its only object, is highly respected in this world." How many religious texts talk about pleasure as the only subject, or the only object, and that is what brings respect to somebody, is who likes pleasure, who likes to get it on? You never see that. So I almost have to think that this isn't necessarily a spiritual text on some level. This is a text about how to live in the world, which is blowing my mind, because I think of the Kama Sutra as a spiritual text, or it's a spiritual text of, I don't know. We're going to leave that sentence hanging. I'm going to let you fill in below. Thank you for hanging out with me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.